Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
If you love the thrill of racing but hate the risks, then buckle up. Everything Simulated is here to merge adrenaline with absolute safety. In a world where technology meets adrenaline, Everything Simulated is revolutionizing driver training with state-of-the-art simulators. From truck training to the thrill of motorsports, our simulators offer the most realistic experiences across all automotive applications. Gone are the days of endless bookwork and basic drills. Now it's all about hands-on, pulse-pounding action that prepares you for the real deal. Whether you're maneuvering a heavy mining vehicle or racing a high-speed car, our simulators, equipped with cutting-edge technology from leaders like SimRigs and TrackRacer, bring every nuance of the drive to life. And talk about making a mark. We're not just building simulators, we're fostering talent. From grassroots motorsports to professional series like the Aussie Outlaw GT3, sponsored by us, Everything Simulated is fueling dreams and careers. Ready to feel the excitement of the racetrack under your fingertips? Connect with us, and let's build your next simulator adventure together. Remember, we support those who support us. Join the Everything Simulated family, and let's race towards the future.
You've got what it takes.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
If you love the thrill of racing but hate the risks, then buckle up. Everything Simulated is here to merge adrenaline with absolute safety. In a world where technology meets adrenaline, Everything Simulated is revolutionizing driver training with state-of-the-art simulators. From truck training to the thrill of motorsports, our simulators offer the most realistic experiences across all automotive applications. Gone are the days of endless bookwork and basic drills. Now it's all about hands-on, pulse-pounding action that prepares you for the real deal. Whether you're maneuvering a heavy mining vehicle or racing a high-speed car, our simulators, equipped with cutting-edge technology from leaders like SimRigs and TrackRacer, bring every nuance of the drive to life. And talk about making a mark. We're not just building simulators, we're fostering talent. From grassroots motorsports to professional series like the Aussie Outlaw GT3, sponsored by us, Everything Simulated is fueling dreams and careers. Ready to feel the excitement of the racetrack under your fingertips? Connect with us, and let's build your next simulator adventure together. Remember, we support those who support us. Join the Everything Simulated family, and let's race towards the future.
Yeah, I like the new.
And welcome everyone to the first round of Season 2 of the Special Stage Joker Series. I hope everyone has their decks of cards ready. I am your play-by-play man and the Season 1 Joker champion, James Watson, joined as always by my broadcast partner, Big Al, and Kobe pushing the buttons right behind. First of all, Big Al, I gotta ask, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, doing pretty dang good here, James. Super excited to be at the Daytona Center of Excellence, ready to kick this one off tonight. And I'm telling you what, by looking at that board, I think it's going to be an action-packed evening.
Absolutely. Daytona never fails to put on a show, whether it's stock cars on the oval or sports cars here on the road course. We're going to be treated to something absolutely incredible tonight. Hopefully a lot of big packs, a lot of dive bombs, and a whole lot of good side-by-side racing with these GT4 cars. And I think we'll go ahead and get started with our keys to the race. Alright, the first key, rhythm through the... Well, there's not quite any S's here, but the rhythm through the horseshoes is going to be what's important. Making sure you're nailing your braking markers, nailing your acceleration, not getting on it too hard, too early. These cars do have traction control, so it will help you kind of hold on to it. But you don't want to dump the throttle and get the traction control spinning up and killing your engine. Key number 2 is brake management into turn 1 and turn 10. This is going to be the kicker for a lot of guys out here. It's very easy to just airmail it into either braking zones. You're going to see a lot of guys going way wide into turn 1, killing so much speed. And you're going to see a lot of guys sending it off into the bus stop, braking too late, and just absolutely, well, there's not any grass anymore here, unfortunately, but they will be messing around with those sausage curves on the inside, so that's not going to be fun for no one. And the final key is traffic and racecraft. The likelihood is these cars are going to be in a pretty big pack with them being GT4 cars. So you're going to be around a lot of competition. So you got to be smart with how you battle and when you battle. You don't want to get battling for a position too hard and risk costing both of you the draft. You got to make sure that you're in that draft and sticking with everyone as long as you can. You don't want to be fighting too hard for 5th and cost yourself an opportunity to battle for 1st. And let's go ahead and go to our race picks, and we'll go ahead and start off with you, Big Al.
Time for my picks. I think I went with Mr. Gaiman, I do believe there. Jeffrey Gaiman is going to be my choice here tonight for the festivities.
Sir Joshua Gaiman, you saw him hop in with a couple of races to go at last season's main special stage off-road series. I've raced Joshua in a multitude of different cars, and he's always ridiculously quick in all of them. So you can count on him being a factor. My pick is going to be the new guy, Will Molesky. This is his debut here at Special Stage, but he's already making a name for himself being the fastest guy in practice. Only one in the 153s, in fact. So there's a lot of pace in that Mercedes, and if I do remember correctly, the last time I messed around with GT4s, the Mercedes was the car. So he's got the skill and he's got the car going for him. And now let's hear Kobe's pick for tonight's race.
Okay, gentlemen, it was a hard choice. Not because they're fast and close together, which they are, but the hard choice for me is because I don't know any of these drivers. This league's new to me. But one name did stand out, and that was Greg Johnson. He's from the TW camp. Obviously, myself being TW affiliated, we've got to go for our own. So lock it in for me, Greg Johnson. Back to you, lads.
Alrighty, and that, of course, is just for the first race. Those that are familiar with how we do things at Special Stage know that we're going to be getting another race right after with the full field invert. So yeah, our picks are going to heavily change here when that rolls around. And practice has ended, and now we are going to start our qualifying session. 2 minutes to get 2 laps in here at Daytona, and these drivers are going to be using every bit of it because you are almost doing a full 2 minutes around this place. So you can't dilly-dally if you want to, because you got to make sure you get the out lap and your 2 qualifying laps in. And you want to stay alive to that second lap because GT tires take an eternity to come in. So you can't bin it on lap 1, otherwise you are guaranteed to have a terrible lap. As we see our league owner on track, Matt Schlosser, in that familiar livery we see on every car he drives. Making his way through the horseshoe. So what about you, Big Al? How much experience do you have here at the Daytona Road Course?
The ironic thing is when I actually came to iRacing, I was a road racer. But once I got here and found out that I could actually just turn left, my life was changed forever. And so I kind of got into NASCAR. But yeah, I do have a sweet spot here for road racing, especially at this track right here, man. Who doesn't like the 24-hour at Daytona, right?
Absolutely, that race never fails to put on a show. I was lucky enough to go to the 2022 edition of it, and yeah, it just always puts on a fantastic show for the fans, and even these GT4 cars here for the Michelin Pilot Challenge. That too was also an absolute blast to watch, which has me looking forward to tonight's race.
Yeah, what exactly is your favorite part here? What are you looking forward to here? What are you looking forward to for tonight?
I always really enjoy turn 1. That's where you feel kind of the most out of control, but not in a terrifying way, like braking for the bus stop. You know, the bus stop feels terrifying and you're scared and you're screaming every time you're going into it. But turn 1, it's the same, but there's just something a little more fun about it. I enjoy the braking zone, and while I feel on edge, I really don't feel like my death is imminent, and I know that I can make a lot of speed depending on which line I take. Because, that's the unique thing about turn one is that there are different entries and lines you can take through turn one, and most of them will work out. Most of them will be fast. You can kind of enter in early, just wrap the yellow line. You can kind of run a later entry, kind of middle or right at the white line, and cut down and try to straight shot off of the corner. You just take different avenues through it, and most of them are gonna work out provided you hit your markers. Where everywhere else, it's pretty much just a one line, nail your marks, and you're good to go. Don't really have to think about it much past that.
We are watching qualifying here. I think we got 10 minutes on the board for qualifying. Drivers are still out there right in the thicket of it. We haven't quite yet got our first time in, but I do believe it is going to be happening here. Bam. Back to back to back. Time should be rolling in pretty quick.
Yep. New quick time. Matt Slosser with a 1:55.282. Top of the board so far. Good opening lap from our benevolent overlord here at Special Stage. Oh, new quick time. Will Molesky with the 1:54.453. He jumps to the top, going almost a full second faster than Matt Slosser. Oh, got a car off right there. Not able to. Yeah, this will be an adjustment for all of us trying to figure out who these paint schemes are. Is it 35 going off at the second horseshoe? See Sean Winkler jumping up to P4. So far, everyone's fairly close. The top 10 qualifiers separated by just about 2 seconds. It's not bad for a road course.
Yeah, not bad at all. Looking like we got actually 14 times here on the board thus far. Qualifying definitely on its way out of here. Just a little bit under halfway through qualifying.
We're on board with Victor Aldrich in that gorgeous green, purple, and black car. And it's funny. He's got a couple splotches there on the front and on the side. And when he was showing it off, I said to him, "I'm like, it looks like you ran over a Martian with the little green splotches there." So, meanwhile, Molesky betters his time with the 54.197. Joshua Gayman right there, not that far behind at a 154.337. Still quite a few cars still yet to finish up their qualification run.
Yep, looking like just a handful of cars left out on the track here. I'm counting about 6 guys that are still left out there just trying to get their last bit of qualifying in. 2 laps, man. My, how quickly does that go?
I know, right? This place makes 2 minutes seem a lot shorter than 2 minutes. On board with David Brisky right now, one of the many Mustang racers, and you can't park there. All right. Well, it looks like only have a few more cars finishing up their run, so I think it's time for us to go ahead, take a breath, take a break, and we'll be back with you shortly. And we are back at Daytona, and qualifications have just wrapped up. So now it's time to check out our starting grid for tonight's first race of the night. Your pole sitter, the 124 of Will Molesky with Joshua Gaiman on the front row. Second row features the 400 of Matt Schlosser and the 22 of Zach Amsbacher. Row 3 features Sean Winkler in the 720 and Andrew Watkins in the 314. Zach Miller in the 44 and Yavi Sierra in the 979 on row 4. And rounding out the top 10, Joe Chichetti in the 11 and Joey Herbie in the 53. Take it away, Big Al.
That's going to put Victor Aldrich in 11. In 12th place is going to be Colin McDonough. 13th going to be David Brisky. He's going to have Jeff Johnson on his outside, followed by Greg Johnson and Aaron Mitchell. Fidencio Yazier is going to be in 17th, Brandon Berg in 18th. That puts Craig Gore and Tom Wentz rounding out the top 20.
And then we have Steve Heitz in the 51 and Stephen Barnett rounding out the field for race 1. See everyone lined up behind the pace car. Thankfully, we are on the short pace lap because good gracious if that wasn't an option. We'd be spending an hour trying to figure out something to talk about on that pace lap. Here we go. What are we going to get from Daytona Turn 1? Everyone barreling down into that really narrow corner. How much calamity will we see? As the pace car getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. And Will Molesky will lead us to the green flag. Green means go. We're underway at Daytona. Fantastic jump from Molesky. Gaiman gonna slot in MP2. Got Slosher and Omsbacher side by side going down into turn 1. So far, nothing too crazy here. Everyone getting through as clean as they can. Molesky get down into the braking zone of the first horseshoe well. We got some battling here going on towards the mid-pack. See Jeff Johnson trying to go side by side. He is going to back out of it because nothing good happens when you're side by side through the kink. Jeff really running down Brisky going into the braking zones. And here we go. Got a battle for the lead, Bruin. Gaiman's got the draft off of Molesky. Oh, we got a car spinning towards the background. Steve Heights.
51. The 51 of Steve Heights.
Oof. The front of that car is not going to be happy with that. Oh, we got a big gaggle going into the bus stop. Oh, late move from Brisky. Oh, that's going to cost Jeff Johnson to have to cut the bus stop. That's going to be a pretty hefty slowdown for Johnson. And
another car around. That's going to be the 15 car. That's Stephen Barnett.
See what happened to Heights. He almost saved it, and then he didn't. See, oh, sideways, entering the bus. Oh, hard to the inside wall. That car is killed. But that just, oh, Steve actually just retired. Huh, and he would have had the pole for the second race. But we digress. And oh, something must have happened to Joshua Gaiman because he went from battling for the lead to being all the way down in 5th, 2.5 seconds off of the lead. Steve Heights is also retired. The exodus of Steve's happening right now. To see Gaiman going damage control here. Meanwhile, that has worked out perfectly for Molesky. He is now well out of draft range, and he can just kind of cruise from here for the next 17 minutes. You see side by side that Yavi Sierra and Zach Miller. Whoa, closing up so much in the braking zone. Hardly any gap between these two cars. Oh! Sierra off into the outside wall, losing it on the exit of the bus stop, and that McLaren is not happy anymore. I don't think so. Nope, just clip the curb and just
kind of
go on, Miguel.
Kind of looked like a hardware issue.
Yeah, maybe.
He never checked up, and he just went straight into the wall, so.
Oh, you see Zach Winkler going wide. That's going to lose him a ton of positions, drop him. Oh, and he's going off a little bit again. Going to drop him outside the top 3, but he immediately sends it back on Gaiman to take 1 spot back. One heck of a scrap here for P2 as once again Molesky continues to run away with this. See, we are on board with, oh, that's hard contact into the outside wall. It's unfortunate for Tom Wendt. Oh, we got chaos in one of the horseshoes. Oh, man. David Brisky getting turned. Tried the crossover. Oh, and gets into the Mustang. And, oh,
Just came in a little
great
hot
job
there.
from Yazagiri to miss. Oh, man, that was very nearly further disaster. We're back on the live look here. See another spirited scrap here.
Condensing them
40.
down side by side. Coming through
Yes,
one
sir.
contact.
Meanwhile, the battle for P2 is still raging. All four of these cars throwing haymakers at each other. Right now it belongs to Zach Amsbacher, but for how long? See Jeff Johnson going slowly. Yeah. Black flag, not even. Yeah, I cannot tell what's going on with him, but that's unfortunate race one so far for Jeff.
Yeah, unfortunate to say the least, man. Stage one definitely showing everything that you expected here. Full deck of cards, like you were saying, who's got that deck of cards ready? Still not done yet. Will Molesky, he is your race leader coming through the bus stop.
Yeah, Molesky's definitely got the ace of his sleeve for this one. Yay, card humor. Anyways, see the battle for P2 starting to separate. Gaiman and Amsbacher start to pull a gap on Winker and Schlosser. Oh, Gaiman going a little wide. Trying that entry, getting the momentum off of the corner from that. Winkler and Schlosser run them back down, so this is back to four-way battle for P2. Swacker doing a great job. One of the few Astons in this field, got a whole heap of Mustangs, good amount of Mercs, but not a whole lot of Astons. You got Amsbacher, Schlosser, and Victor Aldridge hanging on to top 10.
Yeah, definitely. What?
It's a good battle here. Yes, sir. We're just about halfway in this race. See Miller and Chichetti battling with each other.
Yeah, that 124 car, though, he is definitely off on a pace of his own. Watching him getting it done here tonight. Nobody else in sight. No doubt where he's going to go once this thing is over. Probably way back to the far back. Up front, though, battle for second, still heating up. That's be Joshua Gaiman. He is all over Zach Amsbacher.
Yeah,
You're right.
Zach is... Go on, Big Al.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, Amsbacher is doing a great job at holding just enough pace to keep everyone from really able to make a move. Although, Gaiman going wide a little bit.
35 car, he is once again in turmoil, cause a bit of a shuffle there, coming through around turn 3. 35 car still off the road. There he is, going to take the tow.
Yeah, unfortunate for Izagiri right there. But at least Fidenzio is going to have a fantastic starting spot for the second race.
Yeah, always got to look at the positive.
Oh, man, yeah, just airmailed the braking zone just not by much, but it was enough to just send that McLaren careening off into the tire barrier. Amsbacher's starting to pull away thanks to Gaiman's mistake. They're just barely within draft range, although Winkler sending it isn't going to help too much.
I tell you what, those
Winkler
have definitely become accustomed to racing with each other, as they have been literally in the same pack, going back at it for the entire time. The 124 looks a little bit slow. Maybe that's just because he's standing by himself way out front.
Yeah. Everything looks slow when it's way off in the distance. Winkler going wide again. As he's still going to be side by side with Schlosser, he's going to take the position back, but again, they got to be careful. They're running the risk of losing the draft here. See Brisky, airmailing the braking zone again. Into the tire barrier. It's almost the same thing happened to Fidenzio.
Once you glaze those brakes over, they're not coming back for a while. You definitely, it's one thing to take the heat out of the tire, something completely different to try to take the heat out of the brakes, right?
Yeah, and these things have anti-lock brakes, so, you're not really going to feel it lock up. You're going to get on them, and you think you're going to be okay, again, because they're not locking up, but when the ABS kicks in, it does sap a lot of braking performance. So even though you don't feel like you're sliding the braking zone, you are. And if you're not on top of it, you're going to just sail off into the tire barrier like we've seen, because you think you're going to be okay. As you see, Gaiman finally making his way around Amsbacher to take over P2. This is one of the best battles on the racetrack right now. Now Amsbacher having to defend from Winkler as Gaiman starts to pull away a little bit. Though they're still within draft range, so they should catch him here.
Coming up to 5 minutes left here in this first segment. 5-minute call going out. That means we're going to invert this thing here. And
Winkler going around. Heck of a save by the 720. But man, what happened to that 711 car? See, they're all single file here as they're coming up to the braking zone. And, oh, he just carried a little too much speed, and around the rear end goes to that Mercedes. And that's going to make this just a three-way battle for P2 now. As Chichetti and Miller continuing to battle. There are another two cars that have not got away from each other. As we go a little deeper in the pack on another battle between the 17 and can't quite make out who that is because it's really not easy to see these number plates. The 41. So Aaron Mitchell and Brandon Berg battling.
That battle's going to be for 13th.
Ooh. Seventeen's doing a good job holding the 41 off. Aaron Mitchell, one of the few Beamers in the field.
Yeah, what you don't realize is you're going to be watching the battle for the lead here in the next race. Those are your two leaders coming up.
Well, not
we got
quite.
Quite a few cars stacked up on pit road as well.
Yep. So it looks like our pole sitter will be Javi Sierra, since the Steves are not here right now. To see Victor Aldridge and Joey Herbie battling for the last spot in the top 10. Aldridge trying to bring home that top 10. Seen Joey Herbie. Go on, Big Al.
No, we're almost done here.
I was just going to say, we've seen Joey Herbie have a lot of great runs in the off-road series, but it's impressive seeing him battling for a top 10 here in the sports cars. Obviously a much different type of racing, needless to say, than the off-road trucks. As you see, battle for P2 wages on. Spocker and Gaiman. Schlosser not too far behind. As we are white flag, 1 lap to go from Daytona here in race 1. Spocker looking to the outside of Gaiman, not going to be able to make the move. Here comes Schlosser running down both of these two. Once again, a true three-way battle for P2. Gaiman going a little defensive, trying to keep Amsbacher from sending that move, but if I'm Amsbacher, I'm waiting to send it to try to draft around that Mustang coming to the line.
Going to be his best shot right here coming down the backstretch. He's got to get lined up, follow that Mustang straight through the straightaway, and try to take advantage of it going through the bus stop. Running out of offers as well as opportunities here as we are slowly eking through the end of this first stage.
It's all going to come down to how they get through the bus stop. Amsbacher needs to have the set of corners of his life to try to get this P2. He's doing exactly what he needs to, holding on to the rear of that Mustang. He's there. That's exactly what he needed. And he dives to the inside of Gaiman. They are drafting side by side through 3 and 4. He's going to clear, but he might have cleared too early. Now is it going to give Gaiman the opportunity to try to draft back? And what can Matt Schlosser do in the back? Coming out of turn 4, Will Molesky will take race 1. Coming to the line, your P2 finisher is going to be, oh, they bump, they touch at the line. Oh, and it's Amsbacher.
Oh, wow.
Amsbacher's going to... What a finish. Amsbacher breaks home P2. Gaiman will hold on for P3 at the last spot on the podium. Oh boy, your results from race 1 of the Grand Prix of Florida. Will Molesky taking the home the win with Zach Amsbacher and Joshua Gaiman rounding out the podium spots. Matt Schlosser and Sean Winkler round out the top 5. Zach Miller, Connor McDonough, Andrew Watkins, Joe Shichetti, and Victor Aldridge getting that last spot in the top 10 over Joey Irving. Take it away, Big Al.
Greg Johnson. Then this will be Aaron Mitchell with Brandon Bird coming across in 14th. 15th place is Craig Ewell with Dave Brisky in 16th. 17th place, Fidencio Zaguar going to be in 17th. 18th place, Jeff Johnson. 19th place, Tom Went. Javi Sierra coming across in 20th. 21st, it's going to be Steve Heights and Stephen Barnett round out this 22-car field. Time to shake him up, invert him, get him ready to go. In the meantime, we're going to take a step away, get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
And welcome back. We are just in time for the start of race 2 tonight of the Grand Prix of Florida. Your starting grid for race 2. Technically the Steve's on the front row, but they are still not back. So your pole sitter will be the 979 of Javi Sierra with Tom Went on the outside. Jeff Johnson and Fidenzio Izagiri starting 5th and 6th, essentially. David Brisky in the 019 and Craig Yor in the 012 on row 4. Rounding out the top 10, Brandon Berg in the 41 and Aaron Mitchell in the 17. And take it away, Big Al.
In 10th, he's got Greg Johnson on his outside, followed closely by Joey Herbie and Victor Aldrich. Joe Cichetti comes in 14th with Andrew Watkins on his side in 15th. 16th place shows Colin McDonough. 17th, Zach Miller. 18th place going to show Sean Winkler. 19th, Matt Slosher. 20th, Joshua Gaiman, Zach Imspiker, and Will Molesky round out this 20-car inverted field. 22-car inverted field.
Yes, sir. Now, it's going to be interesting seeing the top runners. You know, Will Molesky had the best view you could ever hope for as a race car driver, but now he has the absolute opposite. Now he's got to pull off the first challenge. We've seen that pulled off to great effect pretty much almost every round the last few seasons of the off-road series with Josh Edmondson. So we'll see what Molesky has if he can become the road Josh Edmondson here. As everyone trying to get these tires up to temp. As I said, GT tires in general take a eternity to come up to temp. So grip will be at a premium here in these opening laps as the pace car getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Javi Sierra will lead us to the green. Green means go. We're back underway here at Daytona. Huge jump from Sierra. Gonna tuck back in. Go on, Big Al.
A lot more exciting racing this time as the back guys are starting to make their way to the front. Though. Here we come, turn one.
We're almost 4 wide. Oh,
and
someone's going
mayhem.
around. Izagiri.
Yeah, 2 cars there. Take it pretty hard there in the back end.
Oh, no, going around.
Still wrecking.
Shisetti going into the wall, and the 44, Zach Miller with him.
Now, and this is not really what these guys in the back were expecting, because these guys are wanting to be making their way through the field, trying to get back up to the front.
53 spinning through the Hanfield section. Oh, he'll stay in the grass, but that's terrifying whenever you see a car spinning there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, here's the replay. Oh, it has looks like Izagiri just lost on his own. You saw, I believe it was the 41 going way wide. Got an issue for Colin McDonough. Oh boy, everything is happening in this race, and oh wow, it just looks like Shisetti and Miller just went around by themselves. There's the 53 and Winkler. Oh, Winkler makes contact with the 53 and it shoots him careening through the infield section. Boy, howdy, that was interesting. No kidding. Meanwhile, we're back to live action. Javi Sierra continues to lead this race.
At the 85 around.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Jeff Johnson had an issue at the exit of the bus stop. It looked like he came to a stop to me, so not sure what's going on with the 85. Our race 1 winner has made it up to P8 right now as Went going around the outside of Sierra. What a move! The Mustang pulling it off to perfection. Meanwhile, an absolute mass of humanity right there behind them.
3 wide.
Whoa! Gaiman get turned into Winkler. Oh, and they still going straight somehow. Victor Aldrich, the meat and the sandwich there. Look at all this. Winkler, Watkins, oh, there's contact! Oh! Watkins doing everything he can to try to hold on to it. Here comes Amsbacher. Oh, Winkler making it 3-1. Oh, there's contact. All 3 going around. Oh, that was... Yeah, I gotta say... Oh, and Watkins drives right into...
What is going on here? This stage is totally, completely different. Talking about inverting the field, we totally inverted the whole energy on this here force field.
No kidding. You saw Winkler making it 3 wide real late as Watkins and Amsbacher were getting ready to turn in, and just, yeah, that was definitely a move. As we're back on the leaders, Sierra getting back by Went. Heard Victor Aldrich with a little bit of hardware issues potentially.
10 to go here.
Oh, and here comes Molesky. Saw Went going wide, trying to get past Sierra again.
This second half has been action-packed.
Yeah, everything has happened in this race. Far cry compared to a pretty straightforward and straight and narrow race 1 is Molesky to the inside of Went. Move the race 1 winner up into P3. Oh, Johnson diving to the inside of Went. Here comes Gaiman going by Greg. So some of the top runners from race 1 making their way back to the front. Fortunately, Schlosser, Winkler, Amsbacher not quite as lucky.
Yeah, absolutely.
See Gaiman all over Brinsky. Going out to the outside. They're gonna be alongside each other as we get to the start-finish line. Man, everything has happened in this race and only 6 minutes have gone by.
Yep, only 6 minutes. That's true. Still got 13:40 left, approximately. Hack. Before we can even crown a champion in this thing. But right now, it's definitely, like you said, it's been a little hectic down there. Feels starting to spread out.
Absolutely. Oh, contact! Izagiri and Johnson. Great save by Jeff to hold on to it. As you see, Molesky has made the move on Javi Sierra, new race leader. The 124 is back on top, and it only took 7 minutes.
Yo, Hyvie, feels starting to get tight again. That's a good sign. That means we're back to kind of racing, maybe having some, maybe putting it together.
Issues mid-corner for Sierra, and that allows Molesky to just drive on by. Easiest pass for the lead he'll make. Went and Gray Johnson continue to battle here. Meanwhile, Sierra is still hanging on to the back of our race leader. See a bit of a battle here between Izagiri, Kirby, and Craig Yor.
Izagiri just a little squirrely coming through the bus stop. Kind of got it worked out now.
Joey on the recovery train after his lap 1 incident with Sean Winkler. Meanwhile, Molesky is pulled out of draft range and he's back to cruise control. Javi Sierra gonna have company in the form of Joshua Gaiman. 61 starting to reel in the 979.
It'll be 3 wide.
You see 3 wide. Schlosser, Mitchell, and Johnson. Look at the run of Matt Schlosser just driving by all of them.
Trying to stack it all together into turn 1. 10 minutes remaining.
Yes, sir. We have
9:40.
Oh, contact! Johnson getting turned by the 17.
Greg Johnson right there. Probably not the position that he wanted to be in right then. I think he's going to also lose his 8th place position with that as well.
It's a boon for Victor Aldridge, moves him all the way up into P7. Oh, Yuzagiri around in the second horseshoe. And Rio the McLaren going around on Fazendio once again. So we got a battle for fourth. Brinsky, Went, and Schlosser. Almost sounds like a law firm there.
It does actually. Sounds indeed like a law firm. You'd be happy to know Joshua Gaiman with the fastest lap around that last time.
Both of these cars getting by Brinsky. I think we had an issue with Joshua Gaiman. He's dropping down the order.
It's not good. He is all the way through the order.
And just comes to a stop. That's he has a black flag, but I don't know from what.
Yeah, that's just what happens. You know, I picked the guy to win the race. Of course, they're going to black flag him, right?
Yeah, there's no instant limits here in special stage, so I don't know what he could have gotten the black flag for. Maybe a slowdown that slowdown that he might not have been able to give back in time. So that's heartbreak for Joshua Gaiman. But this is big news for this trio because now this is a battle for the last spot on the podium.
And these guys definitely have been making it a battle. I mean, to say the least, it has been anything other than pleasant down there. These guys making each other work for it. You can definitely tell the camaraderie that goes between those guys. It looked like they're having a blast down there. 5 minutes to go.
Here comes Schlosser sending it around. Tom went for P3. Schlosser going way wide. He's going to have the momentum, but he's not going to stay there. Went going to pull. Good defensive driving from Tom Went to hold off the 400. Meanwhile, Sam Amsbacher has joined the scene, and Victor Aldridge tagging along with him. Schlosser may be looking, but Went staying defensive. Schlosser jumps to the outside. Cannot crack the defense of that 28 car.
He's going to keep prodding, though. That's about the only thing he can do right now. He's in the right position. This is where we talked about that racecraftmanship and patience.
Exactly, Big L. It's just all about what kind of move can he pull. Oh no, and it looks like Greg Johnson might be having connection issues here. The numbers for the 150 are not looking good.
Yeah, last thing he's going to want is to get bopped right here towards the end of this thing. We just got just over 4 minutes remaining in the contest.
Oh, but they are getting better. They are starting to raise up again. See Amsbacher going way wide, trying to get past Brisky. Amsbacher looking to the inside. Brisky once again. Brisky looking to the inside and went. Schlosser trying to use this as his opportunity to get out of Dodge and run away from these Fords.
Run, Forrest, run.
That was a subtle little play on words that I am unreasonably proud of.
Yeah. You amaze me.
I have my moments.
Even mine own self.
Emphasis on moments, though. Anyways, Amsbacher still not able to make any headway, but Brinsky does light up the rear a little bit, coming back onto the oval. Brinsky, though, able to keep a good gap on Amsbacher. Schlosser starting to run away from these three. He's just about outside of draft range. And Gaiman confirming that it was, in fact, a slowdown that did him in.
Yeah, as he has manually disconnected from the competition.
Amsbacher sending it to the inside of Brinsky. Brinsky almost sent it into Wendt. He had to make evasive action, and that's going to give Amsbacher exactly what he needs to pull this pass off. Went a little wide on exit, but Amsbacher having to take evasive action himself. Lights up the rears, and that's going to cost him some momentum. Almost had the run. Went defensive once again. Wendt goes wide again. Here comes Amsbacher. And Zach will complete it up into P4. Brinsky tried to follow him through, nothing doing. Now, does Zach Amsbacher have any time left to run down the 400 and get on the podium once again? As we, next time by the start-finish line, we will get the white flag. Got a battle between, I believe this is Winkler and Johnson. These two have many battles in the off-road trucks, now going at each other in the sports cars. White flag is out, 1 lap to go in the Grand Prix of Florida. Winkler will shoot by the McLaren of Greg Johnson. See our race leader all alone in cruise control. He started last, but boy, you wouldn't know it there, Big Al.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the tail of the tape shows that guy in first all night. Ran out front for the majority of the first contest. Started at the back, made his way up front. And that's the story for the second contest as well.
Yeah, we talked about racecraft. He showed his racecraft getting through the entire field with surgical precision like it was absolutely nothing. As a battle between Winkler and Johnson wages on. Great, trying to stay connected to that Mercedes. Some Mercedes of our race leader makes it through the bus stop one last time.
The flashing of the light.
Yes, sir. Victory flash for Molesky. A double victory flash for Molesky. An absolute dominant performance from the 124. Coming to the checkered. Will Molesky will sweep at Daytona. Both checkered flags of the Grand Prix of Florida go to Will Molesky. And Javi Sierra will hold on to take a fantastic second place here in race 2. Battle between, looks like Johnson and Herbie now battling. And give it to Great Johnson. He will hold off Herbie at the line.
Yeah, Herbie definitely had his hands full here tonight. Everyone definitely no gimmies down there on that track tonight.
Oh, what a performance from that man. Just absolute dominance. And he's going to attempt a burnout, which is not easy with traction control, but look at that. That's a half a burnout. That's the best you can hope for with this car. That is honestly just as impressive as the sweep of the night. Your final results from race 2. Will Molesky bringing home another win with Javi Sierra and Matt Schlosser rounding out the podium. Zach Amsbacher and Tom Lent, your top 5. David Brisky, Victor Aldridge, Aaron Mitchell, Zach Miller, Sean Winkler, your top 10. And round out the field, Big Al.
Johnson's going to come in 11th, 12th place. Joey Herbie, Andrew Watkins, 13th, 14th place. Jeff Johnson, followed by Craig Yor, Fidenci Yagarazzi. Izagiri, there it is. Fidencio Izagiri coming across in 16th. 17th place shows Brandon Berg. 18th place shows Colin McDonough. 19th is going to be Joshua Gaiman. Joe Cicchetti is going to come across in 20th. Stephen Barnett and Steve Heights round out the 22 car field.
All right, we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will be back with the podium finishers from both races.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Alrighty, we are back with our first interview, and that is the P3 finisher. Our P3 finisher from race 1 of Joshua Gaiman. Josh, got a copy?
I gotcha.
Well, a heck of a run out there tonight. That battle there in race 1 was incredible. You had all 4 of you just throwing the haymakers at each other. Just talk about what it was like from the cockpit.
Yeah, it's so hard to suck up to the car in front of you, and pretty much, I mean, the strategy is really to just follow the car in front of you around the track and kind of just ride. But I didn't really feel like doing that because that's really boring. So I passed people and made a couple of mistakes here and there, which was a shame. I blew the bus stop like twice. It's almost impossible to let that go, and because you got to lose like 5 seconds to give up 1 second, which really cool for that. But yeah, no, it was fun. It was right down to the line there, a little door banging, but yeah, it happens.
Yeah, you almost kind of took it back to him. Like, Zach almost made that move a little too early, and you were almost able to draft right back around him right there at the line.
Yeah, it was close, but we touched fenders and then it stopped. All my momentum pretty much, and it was to the line there, and then the car just kind of like fell on its face, and I was trying to move back over. I guess I turned the wheel a little too hard and just really cranked it into him, and it didn't mess either of us up for position. So it was whatever at the end of the day.
Yeah, and obviously you made mention of the slowdown. Unfortunately, that's what did you in there, in race 2.
Yeah, by the time that I was able to give it up through turn 1, all the time had gone away, and then it just hovered on point 1 and just, gave me the penalty for, whatever reason.
That's unfortunate. But, you're having a heck of a run up until then, talk us through how you were able to make such good and quick work through the field there in race 2.
Yeah, I mean, I sent a few big bombs. I know, like, out of the first turn there, I hopped over the curb in the grass, and then I kind of pushed myself a little wide going through the little S's there, and I think we were 3 or 4 wide going into that corner. It was just super crazy there. Everyone was banging doors and fenders, and was just able to make it out on the other side of the mid-pack chaos there.
Yeah, well, that was still a incredible drive from you tonight. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, my team, Lady Liberty Motorsports, I race with in other leagues, shout them out. Sent them the broadcast link before the races, and you guys for doing these broadcasts, the admins for putting up with all our crap.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Josh, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Yeah, I'll try to do better.
Alright, there's P3 from race 1, Joshua Gaiman, and now flip it over to Big Al for P2 from race 1, Zach Amsbacher.
Hey, Zach Amsbacher, this is Big Al up in the booth. You got me.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, buddy, congratulations there for coming in second overall in that first race. That was some spectacular finish that you guys had orchestrated for us. Going into that, though, just to get straight to the point, you think you made your move a little too soon, or are you happy with what you did? Why don't you talk us through it?
Yeah, I'm just like my first race in these cars. I definitely ran some test laps in them, so I know a little bit about what I'm doing. But Josh has got a lot more experience, so I just figured if I had a chance to pass him, I was going to take it as soon as I could. And yeah, he was definitely coming back really fast. So tried to move up just a little bit to slow his momentum down, and it seemed to work. I was able to hold on to the spot, but yeah, definitely probably a couple seconds after I made the move, I would agree it was probably a little too early.
Yeah, I will tell you what, though, man. With you saying you had little to no practice in these cars, so you don't have experience with road racing or the GT4 series.
I've got a little bit of experience in road racing, but yeah, GT4. I think this is maybe a hosted session a long time ago, but I've never raced a GT4 car.
Couldn't tell it tonight, brother. You were out there holding your own, and congratulations again. Who you want to shout out there for your second place finish, stage 1?
Yeah, shout out TG Power Sports. They support my race team. Shout out to everybody up at Mountain Creek Campground, and shout out to you guys in the booth. I'm looking forward to watching the replay.
All right. Hey, you get out there and have yourself a great time. And as I always say, don't party too hard. And we'll see you next week.
Sounds good, buddy.
Alrighty, that's our second place finisher from race 2, or race 1 rather, Zach Amschwacher. And now time to give a shout to our third place finisher from race 2, Matt Schlosser. Matt, James in the booth, you got a copy.
Hey, James, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Not as good as you, though. You were in the thick of it for pretty much the entire night, race 1 and race 2. First of all, just take us through that titanic scrap in race 1 with all 4 cars going for the last 2 spots on the podium.
Yeah, that was so much fun. I was kind of near the front of that little pack, and I got a little bit out of the groove. I think it was in turn 1 and fell back to 4th among those in the pack. I think Will had already checked out by then, but yeah, we were all scrapping and switching lines and getting side by side and stuff. And I think Winkler spun in the bus stop, and then we were down to 3. And yeah, those two were drag racing to the line, and I was hoping they'd like go through the bus stop side by side and just gift me a couple positions, me being able to get a run. But they made it side by side to the line there, and yeah, it was a ton of fun racing with those guys.
Yeah, and you had a heck of a recovery in race 2. We saw you had to make a evasive maneuver when Winkler and Amsbacher and Watkins got together, and that cost you a lot of time. Did you think you were out of it, or were you going, nah, I can make this up?
Yeah, honestly, I was a little bit thankful that it was as minor as it was, because I just kind of got pushed wide and got like a scrape on the door. It could have been way worse. I could have been put into the tires or turned around backwards. So after that happened, I was like, all right, I can get back on the horse and try to get up there and get into the top 6 or so. And then a couple guys had trouble, and I was on the edge of the podium, and then had a really good battle with Tom Went, and then finally got by him for 3rd, and then luckily the clock ran out before Zach was able to put any pressure on me because he was coming. So I was pleased to get 3rd there. My goal was to get at least 1 podium tonight, so I got it there in race 2 and had a lot of fun. It was good racing with those guys.
Yeah, how crazy was it trying to make it through the field race 2 with the invert?
Yeah, well, as you know from ASRL sports cars, it is quite an interesting experience when you've got guys on different agendas. Some people are trying to be careful. Some people are trying to make big moves. You've got guys 2 and 3 and even 4 wide. There's people who aren't used to certain braking points and being aggressive, and usually there's cars spinning, and you've got to just I was pretty conservative. I let a couple people go by just to try to put myself in the safest spots to not get completely knocked out. And I think that long run mentality helped me get up to 3rd, because there could have been a lot of carnage if I was putting my nose in more aggressive places. So the invert's the invert. It's sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. For me, I think it gave me a good deal. I was able to get through it.
Well, that was another great run for you tonight. Great run through it all. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout outs you'd like to give?
Yeah. Thank you to Inside Lane Productions. You guys have been awesome. Really excited to be working with you for this season. Shout out to everyone who came out tonight. We had a lot of new people in the league tonight come out and give everything a try. So thank you to them. I think we had a pretty good race tonight, and hopefully we can keep it going. Congrats to Will Molesky for his double victory tonight. Nice job. Also to everyone else who got a podium, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got.
All righty. Well, we appreciate you, Matt. Hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
All right. Thanks, James. See you later.
All right. And now Big Al will talk to our races winner, rather.
Will Molesky, Big Al up in the booth. You got me.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, well, I don't know if I could be quite as good as you, sir. I mean, you came here tonight. You came. You saw. You conquered. I mean, putting it in the books. Double winner. Inverted field in the middle, coming all the way from the back of the pack to not only win the thing, but to lead over half the race. I mean, well, talk to us. Tell us what the lucky charms are.
I don't know. I just went out to have some fun. The first race I got a little lucky. I think the guys were kind of battling a little bit, so I just kind of put my blinders on and was just pacing laps. Second race, just same thing. If there was a gap, I kind of went for it. As long as it was safe and I knew I'd come out the other side. Just tried my best, I guess. Just had a blast driving that thing. It was the new tire model, feels great. So was just trying to keep it on slip angle everywhere I could.
You mentioned the new tire model, so you've obviously got quite a bit of seat time in the GT4 series. What are some of the big changes you noticed with the new tire model as opposed to the last?
It's the outlap, I think. It's so much more difficult now. You have to be so careful. I thought Josh was going to get around me on lap 1 of race 1 because I didn't feel the car underneath me. Got lucky with that slowdown and the tires came too, but the new model gives you a bit more playfulness on the rear. So with a little bit of throttle modulation, you can really pick your lines real well. You can race real well with it. So in the second race, I was just kind of using the throttle to get around the guys. So if they were going wide, I'd give it a big old boot and rotate the car and try and get up underneath them, and it worked a couple times. So I like it.
I bet you do. It sounded like you were, from the way we were seeing things up here, you were definitely having a lot more fun down there than some of your counterparts, and it definitely showed. I mean, because once you figure out the system, it's almost like you were just having a day at the office where some of these guys looked like they were literally fighting for their lives.
It did start to feel good. I think that car suits this track really well. I had initially picked it for a much tighter track because same thing with being able to put a bunch of throttle in and rotate it. I just really liked the feeling of the front end. So it felt good on the high speed track too. I think it was just a good day. I just got to have a lot of fun.
I love it. So you being the winner here, double time winner in this Joker series, and the Joker series being called that for a reason, and I kind of got read in on that a little bit. My question to you would be, where would you like to see the GT4 cars? If you could put them on any track in the world, anywhere, where would you send us?
Oh, Imola is my all-time favorite. I think it's just dangerous enough.
Just dangerous enough. All right, well, we'll definitely see what we can do with that, boss. Congratulations again for your overall dominant performance here tonight. Who are you shouting out here, Mr. Molesky?
I guess just I raced with a bunch of guys Tuesday night, Auto House, Porsche, and Lancaster. So all those guys that like to crash me in all the walls, I'll shout them out. We have a blast on Tuesday nights, so if anyone's looking to just have a nice, relaxing time, let me know. Dudes are awesome.
I'll definitely put that in the chat for you, boss. Hey, it was really my pleasure getting the cover down on you for this right here. As I always say, don't party too hard. And we'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Thanks so much.
No, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Will Molesky, your overall dominant winner here tonight. Back to you, James. What you got? So you're going to throw it back to me.
I don't think there's anything left to bring up here now. It's all of our interviews done and dusted, and that's round one done and dusted. A heck of a performance in premiere for season 2 of Joker, first with the GT4s. Just a great night. What were your thoughts on what we got to see tonight, Big Al?
Well, tonight is indicative of what we're going to see. I mean, strap in, hold on, buckle up, because it's going to be an exciting season. That's what I got. This is where I'm going to be at every Friday night. You should be here with us.
Yes, sir. And cannot wait to see how round 2 goes at Legacy Silverstone, the version of the track before they screwed it up with the new first sector. But I digress. I think it's time we get the heck on out of here. For my broadcast partners, Big Al and Kobe behind the scenes, I'm James Watson, bidding you adieu until next time.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.